I just want to say a massive thank you once again for all of the entries to the giveaway that we ran last week on the channel. I am in a position to announce the winner. I've went on to the YouTube random comment picker website and, well, put all of your comments into there and then picked one, and the lucky winner was Adam Bowler, and his comment was that he's a big fan of the channel, only been watching since we started the Newcastle beta save, but he's hooked, berating the boys. He says we've got a great personality for streaming as well, and keep up the great work. So thank you very much, Adam, for your lovely comment. Thank you for your support so far on both series, and congratulations, your copy of Football Manager will be with you as soon as you get involved down in the comments section to a video. Let me know your Twitter or email, anything like that, and I will pop over the code to you, and hopefully you will enjoy the game. But today's order of play, we are thinking about two matches in the Sky Bet Championship against Cardiff City and then Peterborough United. In fact, the Peterborough United match is in the Carabao Cup. So that will be interesting. Since you were last with me, we've only played a couple of matches. One was against Akron and Stanley, who were there, and then one against Millwall. So we won both of them, beating Akron and Stanley 1-0. Scott McKenna with the goal there. We then beat Millwall 4-1. Billy Sharp getting 2 goals, with Ben Woodburn and Lewis grabbing the other goals, meaning that we are currently third place in the Sky Bet Championship. We would certainly take that at the end of the season. Most of you guys seemed very complimentary of the fact that we've joined Nottingham Forest, excited about this journey, and I think we have made the right decision. Cardiff City still aren't really making any signings. Jack Stevens has joined as a goalkeeper, so they've signed 2 goalkeepers, which is interesting. Ramirez is finally gone. So I'm really curious to see how Cardiff City get on today. Squad performances so far. Top goal scorer is Billy Sharp with 3. Top assists is Gareth Bale with 2. And top average rating is Scott McKenna with an 8.07. So this is the team that we have gone for today. We'll pop the opposition instructions in there. This is the team that we've gone for. So Bryce Samba will start in goal with Jaden Richardson, Scott McKenna, and Joe Worrell and Nicholas Ionu are in our defence. We've then got Ojeda and Yates in the middle of the park, with Gareth Bale starting behind Woodburn, Sharp and Graben up top. So let's get into it. We are still sort of getting used to the team. We're trying to work out exactly who we think would be good in the team, and where exactly we need to improve the team. Most people were really happy with the signing of Gareth Bale as well, which is fantastic. I was chuffed to bits with that signing. 39 grand a week or something, a far cry from his 600 grand a week or whatever he earns at Real Madrid. But hopefully we can really see the best of him this season. He is going to be playing in behind the strikers for the most part. Weirdly, he can no longer play at left back, which I find really bizarre, considering that's how he started his career. But Bale gets it into the middle, and Worrell with the header, and that is Gareth Bale's 3rd assist of the season. Joe Worrell, our captain's 1st goal of the season against Cardiff City. Now, we didn't get to have a little look at their team selection, so let's see what we've got. We'll have a look after this highlight. Richardson with the long throw, and Stevens catches it. But currently, we have gone atop of the league. Here's Lamina Kone. It's booted clear by the goalkeeper. Here's Ojeda to Yates to Sharp. Forward to Lewis Graben. 2-0. 2-0, and Billy Sharp with the assist. And already we are looking like a much better side than Cardiff City, which isn't saying much really. But they're going for a 4-2-3-1 now. Stevens in goal, who's one of their new signings. Thomas Sang, Lamina Kone, Sean Morrison and Joel Bagan in defence. That's a very familiar defence system there. Volks and Rolls in the middle of the park. Again, 2 very familiar players. And then Lawrence Colwell and Josh Murphy starting behind Kiefer Moore up top. So looks like they've either got rid of or aren't playing the likes of Ben Arthur or Andy Carroll up top. Richardson with the long throw into the middle. It's away by Sean Morrison. Here's Richardson. Now to Ojeda. Hits the bar. Goodness me. That was a cracker of a shot there. But 30 minutes into the game. Still 2-0 up. And looking very, very strong indeed. hopefully we can keep that up going through the rest of this season. Cardiff City dropped down into the relegation zone. They haven't picked up any points so far this season. We're doing well. Let's keep going. In the second half, Ben Woodburn might come off at one point for Nuno da Costa potentially. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Isaac Vassell has just come on. He was very much our top goal scorer last season. Yep, we'll bring on Nuno da Costa up top, see how he gets on. Gareth Bale can come off, and we're going to pop on Joe Lolly, who has just come back from injury, so we'll have a little look at him and see how good he is. Ianu, yeah, we'll put on Pinto for him at left back. Here's Sean Morrison. What's he going to do with it? Gets it to Vassell. Here's Sang. Morrison now. Morrison to Rawls, to Andy Carroll, who's just come on. Tom Lawrence, Isaac Vassell, just wide. He would have scored if we were still the manager. But here come Cardiff City. They're starting to look quite decent now. Volks gets it forward to Sang now. Thomas Sang into the middle, and Josh Murphy scores. A player that was out on loan last season. I was excited to see how he got on this season. But there you go. Tom Lawrence with the assist. No, it was actually Sang. I apologise. It was a good ball across, and Josh Murphy scores. And rather disappointingly, Cardiff are back in this. So we've got to make sure that we finish them off here. Here's Worrell. Boots it forward to Lewis Graben now. Lewis Graben on the ball. Can he whip it in? Yes, he can. But away by Morrison. But Graben almost grabbed it back there. Murphy. Here's Bagan. All the way back to Stevens. Now Kone. Stevens boots it forward, but only as far as McKenna. Here's Yates. Now Ojeda. Here's Lolly. Lolly on the ball. Still going. And that is a very poor shot. That's a player that's not very match fit. A player that's been out on the sidelines the last few weeks. But 23 shots we've had against Cardiff. Unfortunately, only 8 of them have been on target so far. But Lolly into the middle header. Oh! Hits the bar. I thought that was going to be 3-1. That was so close. Another brilliant set piece. And we are doing really, really well. Richardson is going to long throw it in, but doesn't get anywhere with it. Richardson whips it in this time. Now here's Yates. End of highlight. And that is full time. So 2-1. Very, very happy with that. A nice little victory. And against our former club. You can't really complain about that. So let's go and smash Peterborough in the Carabao Cup and get ourselves through to the third round. Well, we've gone with an unchanged lineup for this match. Quite a few of our players coming back from fitness were playing for the under-23, so they're all knackered. So the most fit 11 players were the players that played the last match. Richardson into the middle, but Woodburn couldn't quite connect to it. Woodburn into the middle now, and Richardson hits the bar. Goodness me. That would have been a fiery start. We always seem to get off to a really fast start in these matches. I'm really excited to be part of this Nottingham Forest setup now, and really hoping to get them back into the Premier League, pushing forward, and hopefully we will be able to do that. Now, I haven't even really tapped into any of the resources yet that we have got, because I haven't felt we've needed to. We've got a decent sized squad. We've got some good young players. So maybe we just keep that money and possibly in January, once we've got a bit of an idea of which players we've used, which ones we haven't, which ones are any good, all of that stuff, then maybe we make some January signings. I think we've probably got enough to keep us going until then. Of course, you know me though, I'll end up buying Cristiano Ronaldo on a deadline day or something. Although I think that would be an awesome signing if I say so myself. But not much happening in this match. We're usually 3-0 up by this 35-minute mark, but that's not happening. And in fact, Johnson Clark-Harris has put Peterborough United 1-0 up on the 36-minute mark, and that was a lovely little cross in by Schmodix here. Back to Ward, and then Ward into the middle, and Clark-Harris was there, and it's 1-0 to Peterborough United, and that would be a bit of a shock if they beat us today. Only 12,000 in the... is it the county ground? City ground? Can't remember. Oh my goodness me. It's 2-0. It's 2-0 to Peterborough. And it was Grant with the cross into the middle. And there was Knight with the header. And who's this on the line? Oh, dearie me. It's Mbaso, who we've brought on to replace Richardson because he picked up a knock. But wow, 2-0. And this would be awful. This would be a terrible first defeat to have. But here he is again. Can he make it up this time? Mbaso to gets it to Ojeda, to McKenna now. McKenna on the ball. Come on. To Ojeda. Forward to Lewis Grabban. Grabban into the middle. Oh, Woodburn. Woodburn. What are you doing, son? What are you doing? Here's Gareth Bale. Whips it into the middle. Nope. Well. 2-0 down at half-time. I have absolutely no idea what's happened there. This has just not been happening with Nottingham Forest. But we can get back into this. That's the best thing. We have got the firepower to be able to do that. So we'll just have to see. We'll give it another 10 minutes or so before we make wholesale changes. But Clark Harris nearly made it 3-0. Nearly made the decision for us. We're going to berate the boys. Try and get them back into this. 60 minutes gone. But here's Ojeda. Whips it into the middle. Worrell over the bar. And that was a chance to get back into the match. So, what on earth has happened here? Billy Sharp is going to come off. We're going to put on Nuno Da Costa up top. We are also going to bring off Ryan Yates. And we're going to put on Oliver Norwood for him. So let's hope those two substitutions can help make a difference in this match. Going to berate the boys again, try and get them going. 20 minutes to go here. We've got a far superior XG, but we are just not making the sort of chances you need to make to get back into a match that you're 2-0 down in. Ben Woodburn has picked up an injury. We're going to put... Oh, well, I was going to put Alex Mighton up top, but I can't do that now. We'll put Gareth Bale up top instead. And hopefully he can do something. Here's So. Gets it to McKenna. So again. Go on, boot it forward, son. Boot it forward. Nah, he's lost it. And maybe he was the dodgy one that we've put on. I mean, maybe a right back. That's something we could look for. Norwood gets it forward. Here's Gareth Bale. Gareth Bale on the ball. Loses it. And I think that is going to be all she wrote, really. 7 minutes left in this match. We're down to 10 men. We're tiring. Maybe it was the fact we chose the same 11. We should have mixed it up a little bit, being the Tinker Man. Schmodix gets it forward. Jack Marriott over the bar. We're going to go very attacking. We're going to berate the boys. But it looks like it's all going to end in disaster. I really did think we were going to get through the next round of the Carabao Cup, but it wasn't meant to be. 2-0. And that possibly shows us that we have a lot more work to do in charge of Nottingham Forest if we are to do it. But Ben Woodburn, 2 to 3 months out injured. So yeah, we are going to have to dip into the transfer market, you would think. But yeah, 5th game in charge and it's a loss. So when are we going to come back? That's the question. Well, I suppose if we do have to dip into the transfer market, why don't we straddle deadline day and we'll have Milton Keynes Dons and Coventry City in the next match. But if you have enjoyed it, give it a big thumbs up down below, subscribe so that you don't miss any FM content. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching and goodbye.